The heart of the Roman Empire beats like an invincible machine. Through the stone-paved streets echoes the metallic sound of legionary sandals, while red standards sway under the hot wind. The smell of iron and freshly polished leather mixes with the aroma of spices arriving from every conquered corner. The people crowd the squares in euphoria, celebrating the wealth and strength of the eternal city. Rome believes nothing can shake its order, nothing can break its authority. But beyond the snowy mountains, in the cold shadows of the Alps, a man dares to dream of vengeance. Hannibal prepares his army with elephants, cavalry, and exotic warriors, shaping what will become the greatest threat the world's capital has ever faced. While the Senate celebrates past victories, the future is already marching silently toward Rome, bringing blood, fear, and the echo of battles that will change history forever. If you've already felt the weight of this scene, as if you could hear the sound of legions marching and see danger approaching Rome, then this is the perfect moment to deepen that experience. Support the channel by leaving your like right now. It helps spread this epic story to many more people. And if you want to keep traveling through powerful narratives like this, don't wait. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. That way, you won't just follow every new episode, but you'll also become part of a community that values history told in a vivid, thrilling, and cinematic way. Your click is small, but its impact is immense. Paved roads, like stone arteries, unite continents. Roman laws impose discipline and shape the destiny of entire peoples. The Senate rules with a firm hand, and the sense of immortality hovers over the citizens. Every marketplace bustles with spices from the east. Every village breathes the security of Roman protection. The world seems to bow before the red standard. Rome believes nothing can shatter its order. Nothing can challenge its might. But the shadow of Carthage grows, silent, waiting for the hour to strike. The prolonged war demands an invisible price. The clinking of coins grows scarce in the coffers, wages fall behind, and soldiers murmur in discontent. Trade routes suffer attacks, grain runs short, and in the squares bread prices rise like fire on dry straw. Families despair, and confidence in Roman stability begins to tremble. Taxes crush the citizens, inflation corrodes dignity, and yesterday's luxury turns into today's scarcity. Rome, which once seemed eternal, now feels the pressure of collapse within its very entrails. The Senate no longer speaks with one voice. Factions fight for power while Hannibal crosses the Alps. Allies hesitate, cities waver, generals compete for glory instead of unity. The borders, once solid, falter. After the tragedy at Cannae, 216 BC, Roman blood soaks the soil, and trust in the army is crushed along with tens of thousands of soldiers. Politics and the sword know. Longer march together, the empire reveals its vulnerability, and the enemy knows how to exploit every fissure. Saguntum falls in 219 BC, and the fire of vengeance spreads. Trebia, Trasimene, Cannae, each battle is an earthquake that shakes Rome. The city that dictated the fate of the world now sees its allies hesitate, its population tremble, and its legions bleed. The roar of the crowds mixes with the wailing of families. Suspense grows. Is this the beginning of the end? Leave your like and comment. Which rupture do you think was most decisive in Rome's downfall before Hannibal? The walls that should protect Rome now crack from within. Capua opens its gates to Hannibal. Syracuse turns against the Senate. The map of loyalty unravels like sand in the wind, but a new name arises, Scipio. Young, bold, he takes the war to Africa in 204 BC. The game changes. Hannibal's homeland will be the stage for the final reckoning. Amid betrayals and daring strategies, the Roman board finds new life, and destiny begins to tilt once again. The African desert becomes the stage of the decisive clash. Dust covers the horizon, Horses neigh, and the shock of armies echoes like thunder. Hannibal, a military genius, faces Scipio, Rome's new hope. The Numidian cavalry, once Carthage's ally, now charges against him. The ground trembles. The future is decided. Rome rises from the ashes, while the Carthaginian dream dissolves in blood and dust. Zama is not merely a defeat. It is the end of an era, the symbol of a tragedy that will echo for centuries. Even defeated, his name does not die. Rome learns from his audacity, discipline reinforced, strategies adapted, borders more vigilant. The terror he caused transforms into eternal respect. Roman children grow up hearing Hannibal ad portas. Hannibal is at the gates, as both warning and memory. His boldness shapes Rome's military future, and his shadow looms over every general daring to defy the logic of war. Rome's greatest enemy also becomes, paradoxically, its greatest teacher. The glory of victory leaves deep scars. Burned cities, lost allies, a people marked by years of fear and hunger. The human cost of war is irreparable. For every temple raised in celebration, there are thousands of homes in silence. The sound of triumphal trumpets cannot drown out the echo of weeping. Rome won, but its soul never returned to what it was. Its greatest enemy revealed not only military weaknesses, but also eternal cracks in the empire's confidence. Hannibal's story is the portrait of how even giants can bleed. He showed that Rome was not invincible, that every empire carries within itself the seeds of ruin. Today, we look back and feel the weight of every battle, every betrayal, every decision. Subscribe to the channel and comment. Which event, for you, most clearly symbolizes the end of Carthaginian resistance? Share so that more people can discover this epic story. Memorable final phrase: the eternity of Rome was forged in the fear of Hannibal's name. Hannibal's journey is not only that of a general who dared to challenge Rome. It is the eternal reminder that no empire is untouchable. He crossed impossible mountains, crushed legions in blood-soaked fields, and carved his name into the heart of his enemies like a ghost never to be forgotten. Rome won, yes, but it was never the same again. Its victories over Carthage were purchased with fear, blood, and the certainty that even the mightiest colossus can tremble before a single man driven by determination and vengeance. This story is more than the past. It is a mirror for all human power, showing that no greatness endures without cracks. If this journey made you feel the weight of glory and downfall, leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video. I want to know, for you, which moment symbolizes the true end of this war? Write it in the comments, and let's continue this reflection together. Rome defeated Hannibal, but never erased the fear of his name.